As we are all probably very painfully aware, Halo did not show up at the Xbox Game Showcase, which is kind of a replacement for E3. Well, the head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, just had this to say about specifically Halo not showing up. And we really did let our voices be heard. I think a lot of Halo fans have been disappointed, kind of feeling betrayed, and really wondering what the hell's going on with Halo. Well, Phil Spencer said this: "I want to say Halo is of lesser importance, but we have over 20 studios now. I'll go back to the years where I basically had 4 games: Fable, Forza, Halo, Gears, the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. We have a lot more games now." So I'm going to read between the lines of what he says next here because I think it's pretty important and kind of paints a picture which is not exactly surprising, but definitely confirming what we've been suspecting for some time, at least in some way. Not hard confirmation, but you'll see what I mean here. He says, "We've been pretty public about the leadership change at 343. You can kind of see that in some of the social things the team have been doing around seasons, but I don't want to force them to talk about their longer term vision until they're ready. I think you'll see some pretty cool things coming." So I think basically what he's saying here, there's a bit more to his whole quote in discussing Halo, but I think overall what we've read so far is that Halo is kind of restructuring, right? There has been a leadership change at 343, and that they do have visions, they do have an idea about what is coming. Of course, these are things that we're not going to see for probably some time, and that Phil Spencer doesn't really want to push the team to expose their vision right this second. We also had this whole thing that I discussed the other day about Matt Booty, the head of Xbox Game Studios, where he said that the core team that fixed MCC is doing the heavy lifting with fixing Halo Infinite right now, basically is what he said. He dodged the question about there being a new Halo game in development, which of course there's gotta be, right? I mean, there's a lot of evidence pointing to the fact that there might be a new Halo game. Either that, or that they are working on restructuring Halo Infinite. There's a lot of evidence for that. So yes, we have the Season 4 Infection trailer coming out. People have been discussing that. I don't know why that wasn't at the Xbox Game Showcase, but it seems that right now, Phil Spencer just admitted that they have bigger priorities than the 4 Horsemen, right? Because obviously Halo and Gears of War did not show up, and that they're trying to give these games, these other games, some loving. But for Halo fans, long-term Halo fans that have been through the grinder, right, through so many disappointments, I really do feel like Starfield, at least right this moment, is a replacement for Halo, which I don't think is absurd to say. And I do feel like a little bit more confident now. I feel like Microsoft cares a little bit. You know, I was saying the other day that Microsoft does not care about Halo anymore, that this is on the back burner, but hopefully it's not exactly like that. Hopefully it's more like that they are putting it on the back burner so that it can, like, restructure itself and so they can get things right. We have some major people the other day leaving, or through the past year or so, like Bonnie Ross, Frank O'Connor, Kiki Wolfkill, people that were instrumental with creating Halo with what it is nowadays, creating the narrative vision, creating the story. I mean, Halo 4 and 5, those games, the people that created those games are no longer here. Even a lot of Halo Infinite was created by contractors that no longer work at 343. Honestly, I don't even know what 343 is today. So many people have left and have swapped roles by the end and beginning of the developments of these games. It really is not the same studio. So when people say fire 343, I really think that might be a little bit misguided because there is a lot of different people working at the studio, especially with leadership being gone and changed. And I am actually confident with the leadership that we do have right now, somewhat. All right. Don't quote me on that, but that could change, but we'll see. So the head of Xbox, Matt, also said, "I feel confident in the leadership team, but the team that got us here is probably not the same team that's going to take us forward," which is absolutely true. From my understanding, that a lot of the leaderships have changed in the game. But anyway, just reading between the lines here, it seems that Phil said that they are focused on other games at the moment and that they are doing longer-term vision things, but they're not going to be discussing that, whether it be a new Halo game, whether that be a big revamp, restructure, and relaunch of Halo Infinite. I am a believer that Halo Infinite is capable of a No Man's Sky style comeback. I think it just requires the right team, the right vision, and the right effort, the right amount of people to really push this game out and compete with other larger games. I mean, it is free to play after all, at least on the multiplayer side. And if they could just push out content more and fix some things, I think we're looking at a pretty solid relaunch. I don't know if that's what 343 is planning on doing, but I don't know. You guys let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one soon. Peace.